Hello and welcome. Right, I have got the adapter, I've got that on, and we've got this ready. So, are we going to lime first? I think fertilizer's probably the most important, or should I say, it's got the biggest impact. Yeah, so it's not really anymore. I've just got to change that. Yeah, it's yeah, I had a bit of a shock earlier, but then when Giants explained sort of the situation, I went on the mod hub and all of my mods had been sort of rejected, and I thought, oh, this is not good. So I raised the ticket and said, how do I remove all of my mods off the mod hub if, like, you know, you're saying they're not up to scratch? And they basically sort of said, well, it's not as simple as that. It's you're not listening. We've given you guides on what you need to do, and you've not done it. So bottom line is, we can't accept mods like, you know, obviously I've done a lot on the modeling side, and it's true. That is definitely true. I did the modeling side of things, and that was my biggest concern. Not damaging that, am I? No, they're just springing down. Yeah, I've done the modelling side of things, and I did sort of say that. I sort of was concentrating, but I thought, it is true, they've got these guides. Oh, is that doing damage? Is it, it's weeds? No, it's weeds. I can see it, actually. Yeah, we are. Do love the fact this is so quick. Oh, I think I am doing damage. This is another tractor with narrows that's not got narrows. Oh, we're going to have to, this is ridiculous. Well, in that case, it is. This is yet another thing of like, oh, the game saying, oh, wow, that was quick. Right, in that case, being as we've done damage, and we're going to do damage to do this, we're going to, like, spray this. We are, because we can't. This is the third tractor with narrows that basically is not registering as narrows. Yeah, it's that you want to do. Why has it gone grey again? It doesn't really care, does it, about you already, like, doing it. And it's not going to work at all with me doing this. How much is it? Oh, it is still using it. I keep saying this, precision farming. Although, it's so annoying, but I mean, we're pretty much done. I don't know whether it's better or worse. Probably worse that I'm carrying on, but we're sort of like committed now, so I'm just going to do this, and at least we'll have done our best. What more can you do? And this is what I'm saying. These are narrow tyres. We can all see the narrow tyres, and it is the tyres that's doing damage. It's not like my fertiliser spreader or anything like that. Let's just go straight ahead and get off this field. And we're not doing the liming. Definitely not. It's tough. Well, it's a beautiful field, but that's about all that it is. Wow. I say I don't know what it is, but this is really terrible. It really is awful that the game can't tell narrow tyres. And say this is my third tractor recently. One of them did have narrows that really did show as narrows, but they're really not. It really does infuriate me. I know it is true, they are, and I was actually trying to be quite humble on that. They have a point. I thought after the ticket was raised by myself, and I said, well, how do I remove the mods? You know, like if you're saying that, how do I actually, oh, I didn't realize you could get this way. I said, how do I actually get them removed? Because I've got loads more placeables to actually put on the mod hub, but obviously I don't want to be seeing these rejected mods all the time that you've said, you know, like, and they basically sort of said, because it is rude, and I did say, well, I didn't actually say this, what they actually said is quite rude. The way they say it is about spamming the mod up, and it's an off. This is exactly the comment I got at the, why are we, like, not trying to put this away when we've got, like, sheds all over the place? Yeah, it's about spamming the mod up and about making the job easier. But I did also try to look at it from their perspective, and I thought, it is true, you've not done your icons right, you know what they say about that, and my description is very, very basic. I thought, so they have, no, we've got to be careful because yeah, it's how big that is. I thought, it is true, they are due the respect of that, and that you're doing a proper description, all the rest of it. And as if they've taken the time to giving you like an example thing, and they've also given you a tool to make the icons, just do it. I know I was trying to do the thing, but I've got to give them their due, that they do have a point. So I'm yeah, over the next few days I will be definitely doing it, because they have a point. It's true, and I can't like whinge about Giants like not doing it if I'm not going to pay attention. So it has sort of renewed my hope in a way that, well, they're not just being awkward, they really are basically saying, look, we've given you instructions, you're not following those instructions properly, do it. And we're not saying that it won't have a chance, we're saying it won't have a chance as you're doing it right now. And that I can actually, yeah, I can cope with that. Now, slurry, we'll have a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, 1,041, 1,250. Buffalo milk, 12 litres already. Right, okay, so we were at 354,566. We have wrecked our field. It's crazy. Oh, my life. Just look at that. Just look at that. I mean, we should have a bit of fertilizer, but it won't be really good. So at least the farmer before did actually do the weeds. So that's at least good. So then if we look at this, oh, we didn't send the last bit of data back. Let's just send that back. And then we will have a close look at the damage versus yeah, that's what we want. Let's put that down. And have a look. It's a beautiful field. It is like almost 70-odd%, isn't it? Of that, like that. So what are we? How did we do? pH is mediocre, and fertilizer, there's a little patch that's good, and that's where the damage is. So all things considered, I could go around the edge of the field, I suppose. It would help. I don't think that's a bad idea. I never thought of that. It's true, we could do that. Let's do it, I say. We're not doing any more damage. I'm going to give this the best I mean, the other thing is, obviously, we've got to buy a harvester. We've literally just got this. Now, we have got the cash at present, so we are going to be going through the winter. We're going to be feeding our animals and all the rest of it. But it is true, we do definitely need... I mean, we've got the one business already of the Bionic Dairy. Oh, I keep forgetting. Do you know? Yeah, let's get this done. Well, we are going to probably waste a bit, so let's get this show under the way. It is, yeah, there's just little old me on the farm, all by my own lonesome. Or no point in even hiring any workers, is there, to be honest? Although a sensible person may hire the workers, because actually they wouldn't do any damage. That is not a bad idea. It's true, actually. Oh, I'll keep going around the long way. It is true. We could use our brain and actually do that. That is, I've not thought about that. That is definitely not a bad idea. So, tool attack. Tool attached incorrectly. Not had that one before. Yeah, because if this was the cedar, now the cedar does require it to be lowered, but it's not the cedar, it's a fertilizer. So, right, anyway, let's lead them to it. And we will Although it is the only job we've got to do, so we may as well hang around for the on the lap of the worker, you could say, really, where we are sort of poised, or in the eyes in the sky also. Yeah, so it's nice to be back on Maypole, but it's also nice to be in a different place. It is. It was a bit of a shame. Riverview is one of those maps that sort of... Why are you not... Oh, no, because it does the middle first. I'm going to say why you're not doing the fertilizer, but they'll go back and do that in a minute. Yeah, it's one of those maps that I've never got on with it. And it's sort of, I called it the curse of Riverview, and it is true, because I went on Riverview thinking this is one of Cavalier Roy's map, let's do this. And then obviously I got the egg problem, and it really was a problem, and I sort of showed this, did a couple of videos, 2 or 3 videos on it. And also the fact that if you went on a new map and you did the eggs straight away, you could actually sell them, but if you saved the game and you went back in, you couldn't sell them anymore. So there was a definite fault with the map, and it wasn't the mods. Because I did it with the mods or without the mods, and it did exactly the same. It was definitely the map, but Cavalier Roy said there was not a problem, but there really was. But I mean, obviously, I'm sure he probably fixed that. But obviously, we are now on Maypole. So yeah, I'm... oh, I can see that damage. Oh my life. Terrible. But at least, yeah, I mean... Well, I mean, I suppose when you look at the other way, precision farming now does that... unless it is to do with that. I never thought of that, because, I mean, we all know that in real life... Now, we do get the tram lines, so I wonder, is the tram lines... Is this part of you doing this now, that you've got to get used to the fact that you actually do damage... And that the tram lines, you would run across that field and make those tram lines yourself. Because I know you can make the tram lines naturally now with buying equipment from the shop. So it does make me wonder. Do the narrows... I don't know, it just sort of makes a mockery of narrows then, doesn't it? If that's true. Yeah, I suppose it is true. But it is still nice to be back on this farm. So we've only got one field, one big field, and we have got animals. So that's sort of like the early way round. And I cannot believe how quickly we got through almost £1 million. Yeah. And I mean, when I consider what we own, that's a million well spent. I suppose you could look at it that way as well. But it really is, we did half blow a big chunk of it. Again, I hope Marty... is okay, like, with the spirit of this, because obviously we didn't buy 93, but I think Martin may well have thought that I was going to do a start from scratch and that was going to be the base, and or he may well have thought, well, this is the farm down by 93. So I'm hoping that this meets Marty's approval, basically. The other thing I've got to hope is that the worker either stops where there's damage, or we can send them off the field, but that doesn't always work, as I know myself. So we've got to hope for a bit of luck. I'm not... We could do the same with the line, but to be honest, I think we're going to run... Yeah, I think this is the most... I mean, it's been weeded and it's been fertilised. I think that'll have to do. Oh, what's the saving? Just this side. Is it going to do... I would have thought it would. I mean, obviously the AI does really know what is and is not done, which is how they can actually go over the field, because they can sort of sense the field. But you'd sometimes, from the work that they do, think, well, I'm not sure they can, but they can. Some really fantastic trees in FS25, even though... Again, I haven't done any forestry for a long while. All I've done recently is cut them into wood chips with the chainsaw with the lumberjack mod, and that works a treat. But I really don't know if you can cut trees properly anymore, because last time I tried at Riverbend Springs, yeah, like lifting them up was an absolute nightmare. Luckily, it's not my main thing, really. Let's just try. Actually, no, that's not what I meant to do. Cancel. Let's just send you just ahead. See, I did think we'd probably have to do a bit of damage. I didn't think we'd get away with that, but at least we didn't damage very much of the field, and it's properly fertilised. So we've done all that we can. It's not going to be long before we need to get this field done. So I think, all things considered, we're going to go through till tomorrow morning. So, yeah. So my mods, I'm quite hopeful now that I basically need to give them a lot more attention, and I've got to dot my I's and cross my T's and treat the other side of it, because this is completely done now in Blender. And oh, why is it now when oh, mind you, different tractors have got different 3 points, because that on some tractors I've got that actually the pole actually fits nicely on the so it's obviously slightly different from tractor to tractor. Now I think we've got enough things that we don't need to worry about putting this at the back. Yeah, we've got enough bays to sink a battleship, so I think we're alright. So then let's go through. Well, we do, obviously the other thing is we've only got one tractor, so let's go through till tomorrow. And yeah, no, I suppose we could. It's true, we could. Did I actually buy the telehandler for the shop? Yeah, I didn't, did I? Let's visit the gas station, because that is about as close to the shop as you can get. So we are going to buy this. This is for the shop. So we are going to buy the telehandler. And I am. So we're going to put 150,000, 151,000 in, which I think that's about right. 151,000 for the telehandler, for the store. And then we're going to do a bit of buying and selling. Skid steer, telehandler. We're going to go for the Merlot, because the Merlot has, with it having the back, I suppose we could, let's have a go with this one. Yeah, the old Merlot as it is. Does it come automatically with its back? No. It's 96,000. 6 grand. Still well worth it. Yep. Ooh, now I've given ourselves too much. So we need to be taking 50 odd money. I'd forgotten I was going on like the old one. So minus 52,250 at least. That's about right. Fantastic. Let's put that telehandler tool on. We will give them the magazine with the tension belts, and we'll keep it black. At least the Merlot has got the back, but I've not tried this one yet. So I thought it's it's the old Merlot, but let's see what it's like. I used to love this. It's a real beaut. I like the shape of it as well. It's a bit boxy, but it is a very, very small form factor. I do like it. Right, so then let's do a bit of buying and selling. Yeah, these two are the ones I was thinking of more than anything. Right, now then, I do believe... Didn't I stick the thing? Ah, it's around the corner, I remember. Just thinking. Yeah, every legal trick we're going to pull. I'm only going to do things like this type of value unless we were terribly desperate, and then I would do it. So somewhere around here, isn't it? Oh, here it is. I can see the cracked concrete. It's not too obvious, but it's obviously enough. Oh, okay. So we can only... We need to move a bit further forward. Fantastic. So let's go through till tomorrow morning. We just want to be 9 o'clock now. And I don't think it's September. I think it's October, the sunflowers, but it all depends when. I'm sure it's October, November. Sure it is. we shall have a look. Ooh. Let's have a look, but I seriously don't think that we are going to be ready today. I think it's going to be really dark green. Oh, not even really dark green. That, to me, looks like the stage before it's ready. So, let's check the sales. Being as we're here first, let's check the sales again. Yeah, we've got a tanker, haven't we? Do we buy it? That is a good price. I'm thinking we could have one clean and one dirty. And I mean, it's a genuine thing. Even my own one would not be really much different to that anyway. And it is nice to have other people's sort of work. Does this cost you more? Ooh, no, I like that. Yeah, we're going to have that. That's for us, though. And we're going to buy this and sell that, I think. Standard. And we're going to have to forgo the tanker, really. I mean, I know I could buy a dolly, but... So now we've got a clean and a dirty. And you see, we've about broken even, really, and we've got a piece of equipment out. This is what I do like. I mean, it doesn't always fall like this, where you can actually do that and obviously come off with a piece of equipment, but it does. I do like the way that you can actually do that. Let's get this party started. Let's get this sorted. So we need to be getting the little one. Now then, mineral feed. We should be able to grab some mineral feed out of our place and take that in, and we should see the robot in an hour actually do some feeding. We'll do a couple of straws, not literally a couple of straws, you know what I mean. So we're gonna go, I think we'll have the little one, the other one, this one can be the mucky. There's not much difference in size. Mineral feed, where are you? Wow. Now, because we did the mineral feed and it was not our own produce, I'm not going to allow the selling of this. This is just for us to do this. Have I got them? I think I've got the zone markers on. Have I don't think I have. I could have sworn I switched them off. Yeah, I did. They're actually showing all the time. Yeah, this is something I've noticed in FS25. Actually, I've got some of my buildings that have got those still switched on as well, and yet certain buildings have actually got the zone markers off. And yet, obviously, we can see, and I've seen all the time, that zone markers are off, but you can still see the yellow chevrons. Now, I like it, but obviously, I know not everybody will. So let's grab another one of this, and then we're going to grab some straw too. Yeah, so I'm going to be working heavily on the mods over the next few days. I've got quite a few episodes, so I'm not worried. But I haven't got any episodes of this, and I thought if we're going to do this as a proper sort of thing, then I really need to get a few episodes of this under my belt. So here I am. Oh, ooh. Wow. That was a bit of recoil. Should last us a while. So we did say we're going to stockpile a bit, so let's grab a couple of the biggies, and we should stick like at least one full trailer of that in, and then we're going to grab the milk, which should be quite a bit really from 100, and they should now be happy. You can see the manure. I don't mind us doing, I did say this, although I'm not doing the manure and the fertiliser business a lot, it is one of the few assets we've actually got at present, so that I don't mind if we do a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not something I do a lot now, but why not? Yeah, I suppose that's what I'm trying to say is, no, we need to do this one for that one. Yeah, it's I can't not do it if it's one of those things that naturally the animals produce and it's something that the self-sufficiency does. You can't pretend because you did it a lot in FS22 that you can't do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Because then you're pulling your punches. It's like anything. If you're doing something properly and you're trying to do your best, you can't really pull your punches and do your best at the same time. It makes no sense. So I've got to like try my best, and it is what we've got at the minute, so therefore you've just got to do it. What I mean is I've not gone out of my way to do it, it's just that it really is. Alright, so we want hay. And we really need 2 of these. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think we'll do 2 of these, it is true. It's a shame we can't sell that. It would make us a little bit... I mean, it would be nice for us to own, but yeah, we've got the 2 tankers. I think that's enough now. At least for a long while. I can't imagine that. I mean, we need that much, so not for a long while anyway. Yeah. So again, Marty, this is to you. I'll let you sort of like let me know if you're happy with what we've done so far. And it is true, I actually feel quite... It sort of feels to me a bit like a cross between all 3 types, because although it is a farm manager start, it feels a bit start from scratchy with the fact we've only got 1 tractor. I mean, we've literally have got through a lot of cash in buying this, but we've also... It's very new farmer start as well, because we've actually got the farm, or a farm, on the map. So me personally, that was a bit close. I feel that I don't normally. The last time I did this, I didn't feel right. But then again, I always think if you do things just once, it never does feel exactly right. You've got to give things a chance to grow a bit. But this feels right straight away. So. Yeah, we'll do one of the little trailers of straw. Yeah, this is what you can see from how high this is going. There's no way that ceiling's going to cope with that. Well, this is one time that not having a cab is not necessarily the best decision. Especially when you're not wearing a hat. Don't think we've got a house, have we? I don't think I saw that we've got a house with the farm. So I suppose I could actually put one down. I can't remember if I changed my model. I did, because it was a bit scruffy when I first did it. I was really sort of going too much with the BI. That's not too bad, not really. I was going a bit too scruffy with the BI Industries, and I sort of like mellowed a little bit and think, well, although it's reclaimed materials, they don't really have to like go too terrible, really. Right, so let's stick the keep, and keep. And we'll drop that there. Oh, no, it will do that. Did I leave the little one at the end? I think I did. Oh, saving. Let's do a couple of... I think a couple of straw will be enough. I don't know how much... I think Cavalier Roy's made this... It's got a mess. The brakes on this are terrible. But it's quite agile. So it's... yeah, I'm just saying how it is, but it's a nice... vehicle in every other way. You can't have your cake and eat it. It's very reasonably priced for 250 horsepower. So, right, straw again. I think we're going the right way. I think. Oh, and that was my fault. $200,000. It's got a bit more than mine. So, oh wow, look at that. 28 tons of slurry manure and 23,958 of, or the other way around. Oh, yeah. It's every time you go past it, sort of like does a weird little glitchy, well, no, weird like thing, and keeps drawing my attention to the robot that will come out at 10 o'clock. So what we'll do is we'll go and grab the tanker, and we will do. Now that is the point. Are we going to use the biggie? We need to like wash it out, don't we? I've always tried to insist on that, and I mostly remember. I think you're trying to tip that in there. Before it gets too soggy. Yeah, it's go. It is on the. That's all we need to really worry about. Now then, I can't remember where the actual robot, where he goes. I know you can't leave anything inside. I do remember that. I just can't remember exactly. So let's grab some manure. And we'll stick the fertilizer on. And we do also need to stick my... Yeah, there was one sort of thing that really got me a little bit. And it did get me the first time I got that comment off. And it was... because obviously we all see the mod hub. Now there's... Is this one where you need to... I think it's outside. If I remember rightly, it's... yeah, I should know this. I've got this model myself. I think it should be on the outside. Pretty much where we were, unless you've got to shovel it out. It should be about here. Okay, so it doesn't look like you're allowed... Let's stick the zone markers on. We went through that. No. I know, yeah, no, this is true. It was reading as in the self-sufficiency. It still says connected to both. Now this is a bit of a weird one. Does it show that it does? It shows the manure is in it. Now obviously we're going to go grab the... Yeah, we'll use this one, the bigger ones, for the slurry. The one we've got here. So it's sort of not, even though it's the manure pit isn't working properly anyway, because we couldn't grab that. And I do believe that can have manure in it. Oh. Now then, slurry's at the other end. We will try the little trailer as well. We will be... but it is reading at both, so what I mean is it really should still grab it. Wow. Now that is interesting. And now I did blender this. This is a blended thing. Now you can actually see the raindrops landing on my model. Well, I wasn't sure that I'd done the UV for this. So that sort of proves that we have. I've never seen it get dirty though, so maybe I only did the water one. Switch that on. Fertilizer. And we will keep. Let's leave that on there. So for some reason the manure is not playing ball with that one, but let's just check the other one and make sure that it's just, I mean, again, it could be a glitch. I mean, I've got to be honest, the manure's not been working, but it does still say connected to, and I've never known one not to work when it says connected to, so that's a bit of a weird one. Let's just grab the little one in case I'm wrong and this doesn't do manure. So this one definitely does. And then we'll turn those zone markers off. Ah, so that big one doesn't do the manure. Now I think what's going to happen though is we're going to grab this from there and then it's going to reappear. That's what I'm betting is going to happen. Because it's sharing storage. No, we do need to move that though, of course, or it won't do anything. So what I'm expecting is that we drop that in there and that it reappears in that as well. So we're going to look and see if I'm right, because I think that's what's going to happen, because it's sharing the storage, and that's what used to happen in FS22, and that's what I'm expecting to happen right now. Yep, definitely going back in. The interesting thing that I always find in these situations is, does it work? As in, does it take, do you like lose? Yeah, we also need to stick a car shade down. I think we'll stick that just over the... Yeah, we may as well stick this down too, I think. I think we'll stick that smack bang in the middle of there where its little arrow is. Do we stick that there or do we stick... I think we'll stick it there. And we also want the car shade. That will do. Right, let's just wash that. Let's turn those zone markers off though. Let's go grab the clean one from across the road, and then we will go through to October, I think. No, we're gonna, yeah, we want to, let's just speed time up a little. Let's just like do like times 10 or 15. We'll go and get the thing, and by the time I get back, hopefully we shall see a bit of action with the feeding robots, which will be nice. Do love listening to the bird song. Oh, oh, left hand side. I don't know what it is about the English maps, why I keep going on the right hand side. It's not like I don't drive on the left hand side of the road every day to work. I just don't get it. do love that plank of wood at the back. That's really quite amazing. Oh dear. Right, let's get this repaired. Not bad at all. Right, so this is the clean one because it's slightly smaller, and the other one is going to be the dirty one. You can see what I mean though about the size of the Abbey. Obviously its natural size is about 6,000 litres, but you can see that mine really would be about 14. Yeah, it would be as big as I'm saying it is. It's an awful lot bigger than this. I've tried to be sort of realistic about the sizing, but it's not much longer than this. It's just an awful lot more to it. Yeah, you couldn't see me if you was on that level. It's well above the height of this. I'd say it might even be a bit bigger than what I've said, but it doesn't take up much more room. Fantastic. Smashing. Let's go through. Is the feeding robot working? Should be working now. It is indeed. We shall watch it. It's a long time since I've seen it. I think actually the last time I did this was on a Cavalier Roy map. I'm sure it was. And I think it was actually a Maypole that we actually did this, had the feeding robot last time. So I've waited a long time for this. Apologies for the silence. I'm waiting with bated breath. Yeah, I know. I think it was, is it not Riverview, Riverside, Missy B's map that I kept sometimes forgetting about the fact that it goes down the thing, and I kept blocking its way a little bit. Ooh, no, it's actually further away than you think. I think we're all right. We won't get in the way too much, but I'm intrigued on seeing the food go up when it does its run. Now the manure is definitely moving, so it is actually taking the manure down. Now that's interesting, because that's the only thing that always concerns me about when you're doing this type of thing, is the fact, aha. Now the interesting thing is though, that the food isn't going up. Yeah, literally what I mean is, as you'd expect that to be like going in, and it's not making a difference. No, we know it does do it, but what I mean is the animation has absolutely no bearing on the food going in. That's my point. Yeah, we know it works, but just it's not like, yeah, even now it's not gone up at all. So there you go. Absolutely fantastic. Well worth waiting for. So let's go through. Fed the animals. We've put the milk in. We've done our fields. Like we obviously earlier. But yeah, we've done everything. We've got the fertilizer and that in there. How much have we actually stuck in? So we've got 27 tons and 12 tons of slurry. Do we do another load of slurry? So it's Yeah, let's do this equally. So it's equal, because it will do all of that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna. Yeah, this has been lots of different sizes, but you can see it's quite squat and small. It's actually less long than the Abbey. It's an awful lot bigger. But it doesn't really take up an awful lot more room, so quite pleased with it. Yeah, it really is was obviously a cylinder that I chopped the bottom off, so as it was realistic. So it's a bit. Yeah, I've got me. I don't think my wheels are quite right, but. Yeah, we'll get used to the brakes. Obviously, you've got to like stop it a lot. You know, like more. It's unlike any other tractor I've had in the game so far. So it's a bit spongy brakes. Fantastic. So let's go through till tomorrow. I mean, at least we're on the right way. I mean, buying and selling, it's actually we've not done terrible. And it's going to be 9. Now, I still think that it could be November. It's true, because it did not look the right kind of green. It is usually much, much darker than that. So we'll take a look and see. Oh, that's a good tick up. 4-metre cedar. Now that's a good price for another. I know we've already got one, but it is a really good. I don't think it's a push, is it? It's another lift. We could buy and sell it. If anything, I'd probably like mine that's the push. But we could do a little bit of buying and selling. Or no, we'll leave it. We will. Let's just have a look as well on the fertilizer. So we've got 50,000 litres of fertilizer at the minute. Mineral feed, obviously, we're not selling. We're not allowing that. Manure's gone up, but we did see it was ticking down. So why have we got... Oh, well, no, we bought the wheat for the... yeah, we did, and the stones as well. That's why we've got that in. We were going to do a bit of lime. Oh, robots out. Food for the animals is up to 55,000 litres of TMR. So let's do a bit of a... I think there's enough in there. I think, yeah, no, I think we're all right. What I'm really concerned about is the fields. Now that's going to turn tomorrow. So let's milk. Also, yeah, milk. Well, how are we doing on the bionic? Yellow. Buffalo milk bottled. Buffalo mozzarella. Butter. So how much butter we got? 3,626. Obviously, there's no sale point, but my sale point does understand. Solid fertilizer, 80,000 in pounds worth of that. Let's just crack on. Let's do what we've got to do. So yeah, we've got this. So let's go do the slurry first. I might, because of expediency. Obviously, we would make far more if we sold this properly. But again, I sort of don't want to, in a way, I don't want to pull my punches, but I do want to sort of be quite quick at it, where it's not taking up too much of the thing me doing these. So I don't mind on that if we just sell that, have that on selling, because it's always worth quite a bit, and it'll just gradually add the cash to us. Yeah, because the other thing is, obviously, we can buy new. Yeah, I frequently don't, but we can really buy new things as well. It's just I usually like always rely on the sales because, well, like most farmers, it's a fairly expensive thing, really. This farming lark. Yeah, no, we get is it's about another one at half of these. Knew it's going to do that. I just knew it. Now, I think we're going to stick to our guns. We're going to do one of those big trailers like every single day. Let's just try and knock that back a bit. Because, how well did we do with the milk? 3,000 litres, a bit more than yesterday. I just can't quite get used to the brakes. I think we're going to be fine for the mineral feed for the next few months, really. Apologise for the silence. Yeah, I'm a bit. I'm always tired, but yeah, I am a little bit tired. It's been quite an eventful day at work. Not bad either. No, just eventful. Plenty of things going on. Besides which, yeah, it is true. I always sort of say you're the friends I've never met, but yeah, good friends. You can still put up with pauses, can't you? You don't need to be chattering all of the time. It's not like necessary for like uncomfortable pauses or anything like that. So one of those, one silage, two hay. Yeah, if we do this every day, to be honest, we should be like got more rather than less, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, no, I'll rephrase that. We'll be going on the up rather than the down. Yeah, if we do carry on, even just doing like one of these every single day, with 100, we should really be sort of gaining a little bit more rather than losing. Whereas later on, I think we'd probably need something like a 70 tonner or more, even a couple of sort of things every single day to actually fill this when we get more animals. Just had a thought. It is true, I suppose. I mean, this was a real good sort of price. It's not bad, but really for this kind of thing, I always talk about streamlining. It's true. We would be far better to invest in one of our traders because it's going to make us more. It's got a very good quick unload speed, and that's going to mean you're trying to go for more efficient processors. So, all things considered, I don't think that's a bad idea, really. It's also a push. So I think we will. No, the large. We'll get picked that up next session, I think. We'll keep this for the crops and that, or it's not really quite so important that you it's the unload speed is really like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Whereas if you're trying to do something like I'm trying to do, it really is the quicker you can get this done, the more you can get it into like a system that's quick. And speed obviously is, or time is your enemy really. I always find in situations like this. So we need to do, no, the manure's already in there. That will tick down. Did we? I think we switched it off, didn't we? It's the second one. So I think I'm right. What we're going to do is we're going to say sell. It's going to sell all the time, but it is definitely going to like make us a bit of cash just every day. So that's that done. I also think that in the morning it's definitely going to, well, it's definitely got to be time. It's got to be November. But did we check this morning, or I'm confusing myself now? So we want the clean. Yeah, I always insist with everything like the butter and all that type of stuff that really does get sold properly. So we will put a my self-sufficiency down. Ooh, I'd forgotten about the yeah, spawning the thing is going to go in the field. You never thought about that, did you? It's true, I really didn't. Oh my life, it's true. That's going to make this awkward, actually. We have a doorway just here, but some of it is going to spawn here, and no, it's going to probably spawn. Yeah, it'll only spawn in that side. So really, it's quite lucky that the door's here. Yeah, it's just actually. I can't believe I did that. It's just terrible. Let's do the concrete pebbles. Yeah, that'll do. Silly Millie. Silly Billy. Fantastic. Right, so let's just check the field. I think we already have. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, no, it is. It was this morning. Yeah, so we've got that doing, and it was so we should be getting obviously quite a bit of a cash from that, but it is hard economy. We're not going to make like we would do. It's a good income, but it's not like it is our normal economy where it really seriously makes you a lot of cash. Yeah, it's going to make us that, but you'd make. I mean, obviously, they're also limited on the amount. We're only making a little bit because we're only getting a little bit, but obviously, it's still a good earner. It's just not like it would be. We'd be like earning hundreds of thousands over the time if we would like doing that. So let's go through till November, and we're going to leave it to do our harvest in the morning. And I don't think that's a bad second session. Ooh, very nice. Wow, yeah, I suppose we sold 2 lots of the fertilizer overnight, but yeah, that is good. Ooh, oh, wow. Isn't that amazing? Right, I'm not being nasty, but what do we need this month? Yeah. Oh, I like the lorry of the next set, but yeah, I'm not a massive fan of, well, especially not the tree one. I don't think you can, no, it's just the tree one. So we could buy and sell it though. I think we will. Yeah, no, we're going to go down their store. We can't afford to buy them all, can we really? So I would like to buy that. It'd be nice to have a big tractor, but we need to, we have made a bit of cash though, really. I am being, so just checking, because sometimes you can be lucky. Right, and We can afford both of those. I wanted to buy the option, so let's just do a little bit of buying and selling. Do we keep the John Deere? It's true, do we? I'm not sure we can pick that lorry up with this. I think it's the wrong kind of connector. I always like to try these things so you know you're right, but I think I am. I think it's the eyelet one, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'm right. Not bad. So let's grab you. I think we will keep it. Yeah, it's a useful little tractor, this, with a front and a back 3-point link as well, which our other hasn't got. I was saying, I've obviously done the Fence GTA pack and the Xylon pack. Now, I'd like to do, actually, the little 1630, but this one would be equal to the task as well. I mean, like making a special set for it, so let's remember and not actually sell it. Make a lot on that, but can repair it, though. So we are going to need, although we probably would use the big one to grab ours, but let's spend a bit of cash now on the harvester, which is the most important thing. We're going to need to lease a header to begin with, and we will buy that as well. But we want, this is the most important thing of all, so we're going to do we're going to go as big as we possibly can. Oh wow. Is this the 22 or is this the 17,000 that we saw? Wow. Oh, it is the 22. That's really good value. Now it is a 547 horsepower. I would have thought that would have been good enough, really. Yeah, this is one that's not good for selling because it's got options that you have no choice but to have. So, okay, we don't want. No, we'll leave it at just North America. We've had it imported. Right, so it makes no difference really. It's just like little tiny specifications. Regular vane turbo rear hitches, yes. Do need a biggie. Yeah, I know. I knew this would cost us a lot more, and that's really why. So we want 30 foot, the biggie. And do we need to? Yeah, because the only thing is, by having to like do the engine setup anyway, is how much more is it to go like the next step up? Because it's another 40 odd grand. It's not actually that much more. It's about 70 odd horsepower. So I think, you know, all things considered, I think we're going to go S780 with a 22-ton hold for 174,000. And we're going to spend the other half of the cash on that beaut. Yeah, we're going to go for the 50, but we'll stick at 400 horsepower. I think that's more than adequate to begin with. Yeah, you've got to do the Power Plus. Yeah, I don't know what this actually does. I've got to be totally honest, but beacon lights, yeah, let's do both. And we're going to stick the normal colours. And yeah, that's going to literally... So 147,000. So we do need a header, and we're going to need to... In fact, do we ask the store to deliver us a header? Perhaps that's not a bad idea. Let's just repair the fence and the harvester, and we will lease a header We could, and yeah, actually we could go for the Draper header of the Colossus, which that's not a bad thing. So let's get these repaired and gulp, because it's going to no doubt cost us quite a bit. It does seem awfully bad that we're letting the little John Deere struggle with that, and we're like not doing anything. But I suppose it's only an empty trailer at the minute, so let's just get us ready. And let's grab the... I am sure that our field will be ready, though. Yeah, I'm just want to show that I'm right, though. Yeah, that looks pretty ready to me. Right, so then Colossus header. It is sunflowers. Oh, that is a point. It's sunflowers. Yeah, I was going to... I don't think the Colossus does one, does it, actually, for this? Now, that is a real beaut. Yeah, both are... Yeah, that is really fast. And it's quite light as well. The Colossus does, but this is just all in one sort of size, so you know something. I think we're going to go for... It would be nice. I suppose the John Deere would be the perfect one, because it's also folding. It's still too big to carry on the roads, though, really, so I don't think that makes any difference. I think we're going to ask the store to deliver that one, as you could. Let's just get the John Deere harvester repaired, and I think it's true. We're going to ask the store to deliver it to the farmyard as you can, just to save us the hassle of the header trailer. I do love this. I've got to be honest, I'm a massive fan of Sid modding and JHHG. Sid makes my absolute all-time favourite, and I'm hoping... Yeah, there's a couple of... It is funny, now Ridiculous Dominic, I got used to his plough in FS22, and I really do love it. Oh, place. I'm so glad that that's dropped. But there's also a few mods. We've all got those sort of favourites that we really like. That Ridiculous Dominic's was... I love the XJ that he made as well. That was another favourite of mine. And on the TPS, there was another firm favourite that we've obviously got that now. Then this is a point, actually. We really ought to be like chasing the harvester, not the other way around. Wrong angle. No. I realised I've just gone deadly quiet. Oh, yeah, I'm just making sure that I do not send this like following anything else, because they are a nightmare. Yeah, I was thinking actually about the other mods. I do love the Tri-Stone Warning. Well, it's old graphics, but yes, still brilliant. Yes, you can sort of tell the difference when you like look closely at the old and the new. Yeah, the texture files of the older version. Oh, let's just get you a bit closer. Fantastic. Oh, that does stop, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. He got the same colour jacket as me. It threw me out a little bit, that did. Oh, doubles. Oh, dear. Not the best of wheels, really, for an English map. I never saw them. I think we'll change them, even though it's going to cost us. I never saw that it were doubles. My bad. Yeah, even when it's natural, just normal wheels, this is a bit of a biggie for the English map, but double wheels is a definite no-no. Not sure we're going to get through the gate. Can we sneak through? No, it's spying gas point. I hate that when you make a mistake like that, because obviously it's going to cost us as well. And it's already cost us for the wheels already, so... my bad. And then now, moment of truth. Can we get through the space we've got? Yes, just. Alright, let's get these wheels changed. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, please tell me that we... oh, we're not going to pay track sort of costs, have we, to make them? Oh, I don't believe that. Oh, let's try the manufacturers. That's more like it. I mean, they're chunky, but... wow. They're a little bit thinner. Oh, and we actually get those for free. Fantastic. Absolutely, yes. Fantastic. Let's get this little lot stopping, following us now. Oh. Oh, it sort of disappears, doesn't it, when... thank you very much, young man, for your assistance. Excellent. Right, so then, I think what we'll do is we shall ask the store to deliver it at the edge of the field. I'll just do that, and then we're literally going to, like, stop. Yeah. Oh. So I'm very pleased that we've got this beautiful harvester. It's got smaller wheels now. What we're going to do is... right, so then we want... yeah, we're going to go for... special. We're going to go for the sunlight, which I really do like this. That should be even facing it the right way. So next session we are going to get this harvested. Yeah, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to join me next session for this harvest. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.